Yeah, the stock market. Stock market has lost $5 trillion in 3 weeks. Yes, Trump, he's the Ozempic of the economy. Wow. 5 trillion. Today, Greenland offered to buy us. There are...
Putting Donald Trump in charge of the economy is like handing car keys to a toddler on a sugar rush, and honestly, the toddler might have made better calls. Bill Maher is unleashing pure chaos in this no-holds-barred rant, shredding Trump's so-called business skills and showing how fast the economy spiraled once Trump grabbed the wheel. From policy whiplash to billionaire bootlicking, Maher is bringing the receipts, and they're absolutely brutal. Imagine thinking bankrupting casinos was great training for running a country. Stick around, because Maher's jokes are landing harder than Trump's inflation spikes, and trust me, you won't want to miss the next punchline.
In France, those kind of places, he doesn't really like. And the people that we traditionally didn't like Saudi Arabia and Russia, he likes. For example, there's I'm sticking with the Union, the former Soviet Union. Unlike some people, he always says thank you. Europe, your ancestors left for a reason.
There's one thing Donald Trump does better than slapping his name on discount steaks, sketchy universities, and golden toilet seats. It's pretending he's some kind of economic wizard. But Bill Maher isn't buying it, not even close. According to Maher, the only numbers Trump knows how to fudge are the ones on his golf scorecard. And even those seem a little shady. The moment Trump got his ketchup-stained fingers on the economy, it didn't just stumble, it nosedived. Off a financial cliff faster than one of his many failed casinos.
White House again, but he's not going to get your mind.
How's that resolution holding up?
Not that well. I gotta say it lasted. Yeah. I also said I wouldn't pre-hate anything, which is true. I didn't pre-hate, but boy, does the hate come around quickly. I mean, has it been only a month? Yeah.
It's been 1 month.
1 month.
1 month.
I mean, I made a list. Like, here's what I already hate. Here's things I don't hate yet. There are things that, like, the idea that Gaza could be Dubai instead of this hellhole that it's been. Other people have suggested that by way of us taking it over. No. You know, starting a new American empire. No. This insanity of Zelensky as the dictator and
outrageous
this opposite day kind of shit with the Western Alliance. So that resolution is...
Bill Maher wasted no time tearing apart the financial circus that was Trump's so-called economic leadership. You remember that golden age, right? Where massive tax breaks for billionaires were somehow supposed to trickle down to the rest of U.S., but really just meant Jeff Bezos could buy another yacht while every day Americans were stuck wondering which kidney to sell just to fill up their gas tanks. Let's be honest. Trusting a guy who bankrupted casinos to fix the economy is like handing your lunch to a raccoon and expecting it back untouched.
As possible. I don't need, 200-page reports on something that can be handled on a page. He's actually proud that he makes decisions without learning anything, which makes him the perfect president for a nation.
Of course, Trump swore up and down that the economy was thriving under his leadership. And sure, it was booming, but only for hedge fund managers, corporate CEOs, and the folks hawking MAGA hats outside his rallies. Meanwhile, the rest of America was stuck watching their wages stay frozen. Healthcare costs climb to the sky, and rent shoot up faster than his ever-growing legal bills. But according to him, everything was perfect, amazing, and the best economy ever. Kinda like how Trump claims he's the fittest president ever, right before he shovels down a cheeseburger with his bare hands like some kind of raccoon.
I want you to cut dictators some slack.
Bill Maher didn't hold back in tearing apart Trump's economic policies, pointing out how the man who ran casinos into bankruptcy tried to apply the same logic to America's economy. The result? Skyrocketing debt, rising costs, and total chaos. Trump's famous tax cuts? They were supposed to help the middle class, but all they did was line the pockets of the rich while regular Americans barely got a break. The idea of trickling down wealth. Yeah, that never really happened. And let's not forget Trump University. He promised it was the key to success. Spoiler, it WASN single quotes T
by continuing to do this dance. And now, making YMCA his anthem. Turns out that the stock market has really kind of rejected the notion that if we turn on our trading partners, chickens would lay more eggs. Yeah, I mean, when Biden was president, it was everything about the eggs, the price of eggs. We got to lower the price of eggs. And now Trump retweeted somebody last week who said, shut up about the eggs.
Trade war. Trump negotiated like a guy haggling over bootleg DVDs. Maher roasted him for thinking slapping tariffs on everything was a solution, ignoring how they hurt American businesses and consumers. It was like setting your house on fire and calling it an innovative heating strategy. Trump sold it as a win, but farmers were losing their livelihoods and businesses were struggling. Meanwhile, Trump kept bragging he was the best at running the economy, better than Obama, FDR, or even Alexander Hamilton. Yeah, the same guy who bankrupted an airline and lost money on a casino.
The Teslas. But you know what? $5 trillion in 3 weeks, and we have only ourselves to blame. Trump said this would happen if we re-elected Biden. Oh wait, that didn't happen. No, this is happening because Trump wants to bring back manufacturing, and to get the ball rolling, he is manufacturing.
Didn't hold back when tearing into Trump's business track record, Trump Airlines. It vanished faster than his press secretaries. Trump steaks, more like shoe leather. And Trump University? A pricey scam that left graduates with nothing but lighter wallets. Yet Trump still claims to be a self-made billionaire, ignoring the millions he inherited and his many bailouts. His business talk is as disconnected from reality as his weight. Claims Maher's had enough Trump's supposed economic genius as just smoke and mirrors with unpaid bills underneath.
What is he trying to tell us? And I'm not saying Donald Trump is secretly gay. It doesn't look like much of a secret. No, I'm kidding. I don't think he is gay. Quite the contrary. I think the message to his manosphere is that he's so masculine that he can literally jerk off 2 guys at once while dancing to the Village People and still be considered a masculine icon. Round and around she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. And every day, Trump puts these amazingly large tariffs on other countries, and when the countries respond with their tariffs, he acts shocked at their disrespect. How dare you do that? Yeah, I'm getting Donald Trump for my birthday. I keep saying, God, why? And then I go, oh yeah, that's right. That's right. The last 25 years I've been making fun of you on TV. That's way. Okay. That's that little religious. You hated that too. I remember. Okay.
Trump still claims he's the one to fix everything he broke. It's like an arsonist wanting to be the fire chief. He's recycling the same old promises, forgetting that when he was in charge, he wrecked the economy. It's the ultimate grift break. Pretend you can fix it, and when it collapses again, blame someone else. His supporters buy into it, convinced the guy who gave tax breaks to billionaires while regular folks struggled is their savior. The economy's a mess, and Trump's answer? More of the same reckless policies. But hey, who needs facts when you've got slogans?
I think you should, for who like would boycott Donald Trump, and you said, but if he wanted to come on your show, you would have him on.
Of course.
Because you said it's important to talk to important people.
Yes.
But I would add this.
Yeah.
If you are going to have him on, he's a politician.
Yeah.
I know he's actually a game show host from Queens. But now he's the president of the United States. So if you're going to have him on, this is everybody, hold his feet to the fire.
You mean literally?
Oh, if you could.
Strategy has always been about spectacle, not facts. He's a master at spinning failures into successes and rewriting history with his supporters nodding along. But Maher's got a front row seat, popcorn in hand, calling out every absurd claim and boast. Trump may be a comedian's dream, but Maher's here to make sure we never forget how ridiculous and dangerous the Trump economy was. Through biting monologues, Maher reminds us that the so-called best economy ever was built on a shaky foundation of debt, deregulation, and deception. History repeats itself, and Maher's here to make sure we remember how badly it all went.